Named for the massive 825,000-acre ranch in Kingsville, Texas, the King Ranch occupies a land area larger than the state of Rhode Island. This confirms two things: how big the aptly named King Ranch is, and how big the state of Texas is. However, starting in 1983 until 2010, Ford partnered with Seattle, Washington-based outdoor equipment supplier Eddie Bauer for their special edition high-trim level vehicles. The first was a 1984 model year Ford Bronco, with the last ones being the 2010 Ford Expedition and Ford Explorer. During the Eddie Bauer times, in addition to those trim levels starting with the 2001 model year vehicles, they started using the King Ranch brand, complete with unique exterior design elements and paint treatments, along with highly unique interior fitments. This sent the upfitted luxury truck market trend skyward. The King Ranch were initially highly limited production runs, unlike today, and outside would feature unique King Ranch branding, and interiors at the start featured the unique Castano thick saddle hide leather seats and steering wheel trim straight from the King Ranch saddle shop. With the ranch's running W brand, and while this theme continues today, the fast-wearing Castano leather is now replaced by the more durable and long-wearing Kingsville leather. Our King Ranch was built at the Dearborn Truck Plant in Dearborn, Michigan on May 17, 2024. Hey everyone, in today's latest installment of the in-depth review series, what we are taking a look at today is a very nice and very well equipped, albeit very expensive, 2024 Ford F-150. Now today's F-150 isn't just any F-150, today's F-150 is the King Ranch. It is in the only configuration you can get it, which is the Super Crew, and it features the short bed. Our King Ranch today is painted in the absolutely gorgeous Star White Tri-Coat metallic paint, and it does feature the lower darkened bronze accent paint. The interior is the Java Kingsville with the Mesa and Narias leather interior. Full pricing is shown on screen and a full options list is in the description box below, so make sure you check that out. It is a very expensive truck, but not a whole lot of options. Today's review is going to be a full in-depth review. We're going to cover everything from the exterior to the interior, performance, powertrain, and everything else in between. Of course, this truck is four-wheel drive and utilizes the electronic 2-speed shift-on-the-fly torque-on-demand transfer case, and features a 355E locker rear axle with flat toe mode and driver-selectable drive modes, which works in conjunction with the transfer case. Drive modes on the King Ranch include Sport, Eco, Tow Haul, Normal, Slippery, and Off-Road. While no adjustable suspension is available, the King Ranch features an approach angle of 24.2 degrees, a departure angle of 21 degrees, and a ramp breakover angle of 19.8 degrees. The ground clearance on this particular trim is 9.8 inches. Power comes in the form of the 3.5-liter EcoBoost twin-turbocharged and intercooled dual-overhead cam 24-valve V6 engine. This engine is of cast aluminum block and head construction with direct port fuel injection and a 10.5-to-1 compression ratio. This engine creates 400 horsepower at 6,000 RPM and 500 pound-feet of torque at 3,100 RPM. The King Ranch can accelerate from 0 to 60 miles per hour in 5.4 seconds. 0 to 100 miles per hour comes in at 13.7 seconds, with the quarter mile hitting in at 13.9 seconds at 101 miles per hour. Top speed is governor limited to 107 miles per hour. More importantly than that is what this truck can actually do. It features a gross vehicle weight rating of 7,100 pounds. The King Ranch can tow a maximum trailer weight of 13,500 pounds and haul a maximum payload of 1,500 pounds. The King Ranch comes equipped with the optional extended range 36 US gallon fuel capacity, and it consumes 5.3 gallons per 100 miles driven, with an estimated total driving range of an impressive 684 miles. EPA fuel economy figures are 16 miles per gallon in the city, 24 miles per gallon on the highway, and a combined average of 19 miles per gallon. The sole available transmission on this truck is the electronically controlled 10-speed Select Shift 10R80 with manual shift capability, drive mode select, and a trick folding shift lever to make way for the very convenient flat work surface as part of the mobile office package. And no, the shift lever cannot be lowered whilst driving, so please don't ask. If you know, you know. Steering is electrically controlled vehicle speed sensitive variable rate rack and pinion with 3.1 turns lock to lock and a 47.8 foot turning radius. Wheels are the 20 by 8.5 inch chrome-like PVDs and are shot in 275/60 R20 Pirelli Scorpion ATR all-terrain tires. Brakes are electronically controlled brake booster with hydraulic 4-wheel disc brakes and ABS, advanced traction control with RCS, post-collision braking, reverse brake assist. Up front we have 350mm Nitro Tough iron vented rotors with 2-piston sliding calipers, with the rears being the 350mm Nitro Tough iron vented rotors with single piston sliding calipers and a 25.5 kilonewton electronic parking brake. Now as we walk along the rear, you'll have noticed that because I have the key fob in my pocket, the running boards and the taillights opened up or turned on and deployed. And that's because we have the Smart Approach key fob. Now in the rear of the truck, we're going to cover it in depth, but you'll notice the odd cutouts in the tailgate. That is because it does have Ford's multi-pro tailgate. I'm not really sure what they call it, to be honest with you, but anyway, it's a little bit different than a normal tailgate. All right, around the rear of the King Ranch, pretty basic for a pickup truck. You'll notice the cutout of the tailgate. It looks a little odd, and that is because it is the multifunction tailgate from Ford, a little bit different. We will go over that a little bit more in depth. As you can see, it's just a standard box. It does have the 4x4 badge back here. Really cool multi-element LED light pipes within the tinted red housings. You've also got your integration for your blind spot monitors and all that kind of stuff. But really nice smooth LED lighting back here, really stylistic, kind of like the way it's done. Now inside this darkened translucent white area is actually just another red LED for the brake light and turn indicator. Not a very big amount of real estate back here, but it's very bright, and the reflectors actually guide the lights into a pretty good viewing angle all the way around. And of course that's your reverse light right there. We do have the requisite King Ranch badge down there. We've also got the darkened bronze accent down on below on the bumper parking sensors down there. Of course we do also have the trailer receiver. We've also got the hitch lock area and 4 and 7 pin wiring, of course. Alright, now as we walk along the profile of the vehicle, you'll note that I do have the dimensions of the vehicle on screen, so you can kind of get a taste for how large this truck really is. However, due to the F-150's design and style, it does look very symmetrical, and it actually doesn't look nearly as big as it really is. Alright, now we're going to walk along the front, and just as we did in the rear, we're going to cover the front in detail, but as I state in the future, all the F-150 trims have their own distinctive front end designs. I do think that the King Ranch has the cleanest aside from the Platinum. Alright, looking at the front end in detail, now all of the F-150 trims have their own distinctive front end styling, and of course the King Ranch is no exception. The King Ranch is probably the most clean aside from the Platinum, I think. Has a really nice look to it. Now we do have Ford's power telescoping side view mirrors, and they do also have the chrome skull caps, amber repeaters in here, and of course they are a dual glass element, so you have the upper normal glass, blind spot monitor, and convex lower glass. And you've also got the spotlight that will light up inside that element. On the fender badge, we have the F-150 King Ranch with the King Ranch logo. The darkened bronze extractors inside here. It's a nice little touch. We've also got the satin chrome hood vents on top. Of course, it'd be an all aluminum hood, really nicely sculpted. Coming down to the very clean front end clip. Really nice headlights. I love the upper LED driving light, and of course you have the lower portion here as well. They actually do not chase the way they look on screen, it's just a refresh. Amber side markers, dual LED projector beam headlamps. You've also got your turn indicator right here in the center, all behind black bezels. Now these do have adaptive headlights as well. And then down below, the running lights continue all the way down here into the fog lamps, where we've also got high intensity fog lamps. And of course the darkened bronze lower paint treatment. Down here you've also got the chrome recovery hooks, the chrome area down below, front parking sensors, a really nice chrome rimmed grille that feature the darkened bronze interior slats, as you can see here. A really nice touch. And of course the optional illuminated Ford logo, front facing camera down here. All right, now we do have remote start as standard equipment. Easy to operate. You're just going to lock the vehicle, then double press the remote start button on the key fob. All right, now before we get inside, let's take a quick look at what we have as far as the key is concerned. It does use Ford's smart key, the intelligent key, and does have the Ford logo on the back. I kind of wish it had the King Ranch logo instead, but here we are. And it would really cool if they actually set it apart by having the darkened bronze instead of the chrome. But on the front, we do have unlock, lock, remote start, tailgate release, and of course our panic alarm. Now this vehicle does utilize Ford's intelligent key smart key access system. So by leaving the key fob in your purse or pocket, you are able to use the electronic controls. First and foremost, you can actually use the keypad controller here. By entering in your 4-digit PIN, you can actually lock and unlock the vehicle doors that way. Very old school. Ford's been doing that for a couple decades now. Or we can just locate the black button on the door handle. By pressing that button, the power running boards deploy and everything locks. To unlock, we're going to grab the handle as we would open it. And inside is an absolutely stunning interior. Very beautiful. Lots of nice attention to detail, and just overall just a very impressive luxury truck interior. Let's take a quick look at the door panels. The door panels have a nice amount of high quality materials. We do have really nice, the Mesa, or whatever color they call it, Java or something. But anyway, a really dark brown, light brown. Have this little corded here that kind of mimics a lasso due to the King Ranch. It is an accent color with accent stitching. Nice amounts of graining, feels like leather. We do have a really nice amount of genuine walnut trim. On our controls here, we have 3 driver memory, lock and unlock, the power scope mirror controls, mirror fold away. We've also got the window lockout, power mirror adjust controls for the driver and passenger, window controls, and of course we have our door pulls here. The really nice colored Norias, I think is what this one is. This is Java, and this is the Norias. So 2 different types of brown. We've also got this really nice stainless steel area with the King Ranch logo engraved into it. That's where all the soft touch ends and the hard touch begins. Just a bunch of hard plastic down here. We do have 2 levels of storage, however, which is really nice up here. And of course down here, nice amounts of door pocket storage. We've also got the really nice and premium Bang & Olufsen B&O Unleashed sound system. On the stainless steel horse collar, I think that's what Ford calls this trim that runs the entire width of the dash, has a really nice brushed texture to it. And of course it frames the air vent. And of course we've also got the American flag here because these trucks are built in Detroit. And down here we have a multitude of controls. We have our exterior mirror spotlights, our Pro Power onboard power switch, tailgate release, cargo lamp control, automatic headlamp control with fog lamps, instrument panel brightness and dim, electronic power or parking brake, and of course power adjustable pedals. And those do operate with the mirror, or they're programmed into the memory, as is the power tilt and telescoping steering column. Now as you go into the footwell, we only have gas and brake pedal because F-150s are only available in automatics now. always have been for a while. We do have the premium King Ranch Berber style floor mats. Hood releases right here. Stainless steel King Ranch entry plates. And we have chrome ringed seat controls, 8-way power driver and passenger seats. Of course, it also has the massage feature. So really nice, various amounts of lumbar massage, all that kind of stuff. And we've also got this really cool piece here that kind of adjusts out, so you can set that to however you want it. It does have the King Ranch logo here in this section of the headrest, and of course the headrests do tilt and telescope as well. They also do one other thing. This is the first truck I've seen that has the max recline, and by pressing this all the way back, we're gonna demonstrate that. Alright, so you'll no doubt have noticed that this portion of the seat actually raises up automatically to meet with the backrest, in which now you can actually lift this up. Provides a nice amount of back support, and of course you can also adjust the head restraint as well to meet your needs. The only drawback I see, because this is on the driver and passenger side, the only drawback I see is that the process itself takes quite a bit of time. And to bring it back up to normal, we're just going to bring the switch back up. Alright, so what we have, and let's just take a look at the seats in detail. We've already kind of looked at them pretty closely, but here we go. We're just going to cover it again. We have the really nice dark brown leather with accent stitching. Have the King Ranch badge here in a really nice saddle leather. Of course, height and tilt adjustable. You have that backrest extension. It does have the King Ranch logo here in the center. And it goes down into this two-tone perforation because the seats are heated and ventilated. And they have these really nice laser perforated inserts. And of course, we've also got that same lasso style textured piping here. Goes into the bottom cushion as well. Just overall, just a very nice and very comfortable seat. All right, now that we covered all that, let's take a look at the rest of the interior. All right, now that we're inside, let's pan through the interior. We're going to show all the details in here because there's a lot to show. So it's going to be a pretty long video, but you'll like this truck in the end, I think. So we got a nice leather wrapped steering wheel. It is a 4-spoke design. It does have the dark brown with the accent stitching on it. And of course we have that brushed aluminum trim that goes around just like on the dash. And we just have a basic black airbag cover here. It does have the Ford logo. And down here in the bottom spoke, we have the King Ranch with the King Ranch logo. And that is actually a laser etched wood. It looks really, really nice in here. Over here on the left-hand side, the multifunction controls are cruise control. So it does have Ford's Blue Cruise, automatic cruise control and all that kind of stuff. We've also got the adaptive cruise as well. So these are the controls for all of that. Set your distance, your lane keep assist, all that kind of stuff. It does have, like I said, the Blue Cruise, so it's assisted driving. And it has a 90-day trial. I think the King Ranches actually have a year trial. Then you have to subscribe to Ford's connected services. Anyway, you have your volume up and down, your Bluetooth and voice command controls. Over here, these buttons here control your driver information center and the gauge cluster. And of course, we have the phone and seek and scan and all that kind of stuff. One multifunction control over here on the left-hand side. It does control our wiper washer, our turn signals, and of course, our high beam and flash to pass. All right, taking a look at the instrument cluster, it is pretty much the same as it has been since the 14th generation F-150 has been released. Just a really nice, crisp LCD display. It's all digital, but it does have analog gauges. And the displays change for the drive modes. And of course, we've also got different sub-menus, and we're going to go over all of those. So we just have all of our menus here. Everything is controlled by the up-down buttons here, and your back and all that, and the OK for confirmation. But just have a various amount of settings and menus and information that you can pull up. We'll just pull the gauges up just to show that. And right now we're in Eco, but of course you also have Sport and then normal, tow haul, off-road, and slippery. And then we have a 7,000 RPM tach. We also have the coolant temperature, oil pressure, oil temperature, fuel level, and of course our speedometer there on the other side with assorted warning lights. All right, moving over the top of the dash, that nice dark brown leather continues here. You do see the cutout for the heads-up display. We've also got the speakers for the B&O Unleashed sound system, A-pillar grab handles, the center point speaker here. You also have a little storage tray as well that has a grippy portion to it, and that leather just continues all the way across. And one really cool Easter egg that is not really directly noticeable is on the top of the infotainment system. You have a laser etching of the King Ranch carriage house. Very, very classy. Moving over here on the passenger side, we have dual glove boxes. So by pressing this button underneath the air vent, opens up the top glove box. It is illuminated inside. It does have a chrome handle here, and a bunch of the King Ranch logos laser etched into this wood trim. And then we have the standard glove box down below. The bottom glove box is lockable. You'll note that what Ford calls the horse collar continues all the way around the perimeter of the dash. The darkened bronze accents continue up here, and they go all the way through to the center console. And here you'll know a 12-volt power point and a 120-volt, 20-amp household style AC outlet. As we go to the center of the infotainment system, one thing I noticed was the little F-Series badge up here. It's very hard to see, but I did notice when the sun caught it. And then you have this textured ribbing that goes all the way down. The engine start stop button. This is your Pro Trailer Assist knob here. Down here, trailer brake control, and our drive mode select, 4-wheel drive transfer case control quadrant, and our locking rear axle controller by pushing that button. At the top of this, we have the auto start stop. We've also got our camera control, active park assist, 4-way flashers, and stability control. You'll note the flashing LEDs. You cannot see that with the naked eye, but this camera picks up IR. This is where the Blue Cruise sensors are located. And in here we have the Sync 4A system, just a really nice system. It does have navigation. Of course, we've also got Apple CarPlay, Google Android Auto, AM/FM, Sirius XM satellite radio, Bluetooth phone controls, various apps, various settings, vehicle, personal files, general, owner's manual, the seats. As stated before, we do have the upper, middle, and lower lumbar. We've also got the massage system in here as well. And we have the lower rolling, upper rolling, circular cushion, full recovery, and relaxed recovery. Driver and passenger has a nice little animation of what's going on as well. Also, by placing the vehicle in reverse, it does activate the reverse cameras. So we have our standard reverse camera, does have active guidance lines here. We've also got a top-down 360-degree view. We also can change our camera views here. So we also have a full-screen hitch view, a panorama-style view there. There's our top-down hitch. This is our trailer camera. And this is our trailer blind spots. All right, moving down, we do have audio controls here, volume, tune, and all the different media controls, all that kind of stuff, media hub. Down here, we do have automatic climate controls. The temperature actually shows up in the screen itself, but driver and passenger temperature controls, max front and rear defrosters, panel distribution, 3 levels of auto control, recirculate, AC and max AC, heated and ventilated driver and passenger seats here. This is your fan control. This is your heated steering wheel control. Inside this really nice book-matched wood trim with the knurled edge and the King Ranch inlay, opens up to reveal the media hub, USB Type A and Type C, and of course the wireless charger. Let's take a look at the center console. Now by pressing this button here, we can actually put the shifter, we can stow it away, and it does have the leather and the chrome and all that. It has a really nice touch to it. Manual shift capabilities, a slot for your phone, 2 large cup holders, goes into the center armrest. It is two-tone with the King Ranch logo established 1853. It does have a lower storage that is lockable. Nice deep storage down here. And it has the forward work surface by lifting this area up here. You can actually set that down just like that for a nice flat work surface. So that is the front portion of the King Ranch. There is a lot in here. This truck is very well equipped. Looking overhead, we do have an automatic dim and rearview mirror. On the driver's side sun visor, we have 3-channel HomeLink universal garage door opener. We've also got sunglasses holder in the overhead console, power sliding window control. Overhead lights for reading lights, dome and dome override, and our power panoramic sunroof control there as well. We've also got the airbag condition here, so passenger side airbag on or off. Nice large padded cloth sun visors that reveal illuminated LED illuminated vanity mirrors. And of course the sun visors swing out and they slide out on extension rails. Nice amount of coverage. And of course also we have height adjustable seat belts. All right, now let's take a look at the rear seat. Rear doors open very nice and wide to reveal a very roomy and spacious rear seat in the Super Crew configuration. Of course, we'll take a look at the seats in more depth. Let's take a look at the door panels real quick. Same design, just a little bit different configuration because of the door design. But same materials, same attention to detail, same quality as the front doors. Door pulls, power window switches, genuine wood trim, bottle holder, stainless steel B&O speaker cover, 2 levels of storage. And gone are the days of the old saddles for the King Ranch seatback mat pockets. You just have flaps now. We've also got rear cup holders, heated outboard seats, 12-volt power point, positional air vents. And then down here, USB Type-C charge ports, and another 120 volt 20 amp household style AC outlet down here as well. One other nice thing you'll note, it is a completely flat floor. The truck body sits high enough off the frame that no transmission tunnel is required, so we have a nice flat floor, a single piece floor mat with the King Ranch logo, and that meets up with the seats. The rear seats are not nearly as comfortable as the front seats, but they are comfortable nonetheless. 60/40 split folding seats for the seat bottom cushions, height adjustable head restraints on all passenger seating areas. You've also got that same two-tone King Ranch logo cut out into the seats, perforated seat back inserts, and the seat bottom cushion inserts. In addition, we've also got a fold down section here that has integrated cup holders in the armrest, and the seats do fold up to reveal compartmentalized storage here. You can actually collapse this down to flat. It does have the box cleats as well in the front license plate frame. there are several ways to open the conventional tailgate. The first way is over here on left of the steering wheel on that control panel by the driver's side knee. There's this button here. Press that button and it will drop the tailgate. The other way to do that is by approaching the tailgate itself, and just right above the Ford logo inside this recess, there is a membrane switch right here below the camera. Just by pressing that, that will actually unrelease or lower the tailgate as well. And of course, the last way to do it, just double press the key fob button on the key fob. Now it is a power opening and closing tailgate, as you can see. Now this tailgate does not have the step, and we'll show you why. It still has the work surface, however. It does have the slots here for clamps. Probably not very calibrated ruler. Nice textured surface, pin holder, that kind of stuff. This is your Pro Power on board. It's just a 2.4 kilowatt hour one. It has 2 household style AC outlets, its own power switch and circuit breakers. It's illuminated back here. You've also got LED illumination as well. Box cleat inserts, tie down hooks, and then over here we do also have a little amount of storage in here. And just real quick, on screen are your box dimensions. Of course, it wouldn't be a truck video without showing the bed. But this tailgate has one other trick up its sleeve, and to do so, we're gonna raise the tailgate back up. And we're gonna show you its other party trick. To the left of the camera, there's a little arrow here. There's a switch in here as well. I'll show you there. It's right there. Press that. And the rear tailgate actually opens like a door. Now, one thing I don't like about that is that it opens to the right. And that makes curbside loading a little bit dangerous because you have to go out of the curb and around. Most vehicles in America will have a hinge on the left-hand side as well, or instead, and that would open on the that way it would open towards the left instead of the right. But anyway, what you get here is you can walk right up to it and load long items straight into the bed. You're at the level of the bumper, so it makes loading cumbersome items into the bed somewhat easy. And by closing, it's a pretty sturdy hinge too, as you can see here. And to close it, you would close it just like you would a normal door. Alright, and there you have it, the full detailed in-depth review of the 2024 Ford F-150 King Ranch. We hope you found the review informative, and if you did, please comment down below. Also, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe. Check out our Facebook page at facebook.com/neighborhoodcarreviews and our Instagram channel at BrensoJ1. And of course, as always, thanks for watching.